All right, we welcome you back to the main event of day number 3. The York Dukes and the Rolling Meadows Mustangs. Dane, you ready?
Oh,
Hey,
I can hear me. Okay. Oh, I am ready for wait, why is my... I can't, yeah, turn that up. Try it now. Or maybe turn yours up.
Rolling Meadows is on one of these sheets.
Jeez, I don't... Can
So
you
you
hear me
ready?
fine? Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
I mean, I can't hear myself very loud. It's not... Something
You ready?
Something got switched up. Little technical issues
Dane, are
here,
you
but-
ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Dude, I want to touch the ball.
As we get
I wanna
set
touch it.
to go from York High School,
Nah, it's fine.
46th Jack Tosh Tournament.
Am I loud to you? Do I sound loud at all? It's fine.
The
Got it.
Rolling Meadows Mustangs. This one won by the Mustangs, and kicking things off is Cam Christie.
I don't know how loud I am on camera.
It's like,
No, but
back the other way come the Dukes. So Jeffrey Grace had a pretty big game for the Dukes yesterday. Good little cut there from Shockey. And the Dukes are the first down the board.
And the Duke's starting off early here, taking advantage. That's what they like to do. Work it early. You see that? You see that defense? Shockey's waiting for that pass to Cam Christie.
And they talked about it's going to be a trap. Trying to keep, oh, that one was
Yeah, that was
real
close.
close. They're going to try and keep the ball out of the hands of Max Christie, as he is known to create space for himself. Christie, Ogunsanya has had a pretty important couple games for the Mustangs. That kick out, Cam Christie for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Hesh. So, Dane, what are you looking for from the Dukes in this one?
Right now, I'm looking for them to use the energy that the fans are giving them and able to win this ball game. That's what they live for.
Good little finish.
Tim Glavin.
Tell you what, he had a pretty big game yesterday. Not only in terms of points, but getting after rebounds, getting after the basketball is what helped the Dukes prevail over the Wolf Pack of St. Ignatius.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job of spreading open the floor. So he balls up.
Ogunsanya, 3 balls off the mark and rebound to the Dukes. Shockey back the other way. Nate coming down real strong. Good little move straight to Jeffrey. On to Glavin. Glavin floater. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Christie.
Christie just out-rebounded Hesh there.
It was Hesh on that play, and the jumper good from Cam Christie. So Max and Cam, 2 very, very highly publicized players. As Grace and the guys go back to work. To our right, Brandolino looks baseline, giving good little pass into Glavin, and he got it. Great finish there from Tim Glavin.
And that's something we're expecting to see more. The biggest player here for Rolling Meadows seems to be Cam Christie. He's trying to work inside the paint, and Glavin is completely shutting him down.
And that's going to help the Dukes in this ball game, is making sure Christie doesn't get the ball down low. Max causing some trouble there for him is Brando and Shockey. This defense from the Dukes is helping them early.
And you look at that bench, they're getting into it.
Cam, the jumper, off the mark, no good, rims in and out. Dukes back the other way. I mean, Dane, this is the type of ball game, it feels like the championship of this tournament. Good little.
You know, it really
Behind
does
the
because
back finish, no good. Rebound by
Timmy!
Glavin. Glavin goes up and 1.
Tim Glavin and 1. That's his 6th bucket of the ball game. Wow. And we weren't expecting to see that at all early on from him.
Glavin really setting the tone for the Dukes here early.
Tell him, Brian. Tell him, Brian.
Glavin makes the end 1. 9-2.
Glavin, 7 of 9 points here early on.
Man, Dane, you and I have too much fun with this job.
You know, it's hard to keep my composure, especially when York's playing. With
Student section right behind us.
Right.
This is Cam Christie now. And a foul there. I believe that one will be on Shockey. So, you know, Dane, it's going to take a lot more than just Nate to help them in this one. They're going to need players to step up all across the board.
In an early lead here for York.
Misses the first. So how much is home court advantage going to help the Dukes here tonight?
I think it's going to help out a tremendous amount because the energy, like we saw last night when Josh Mathiasen walked in here, you could say it helped lead the Dukes to a win. It fuels this team.
Skowicz hits the second. That three-pointer off the mark by Shockey.
Great rebound. That's something we're going to see for the Dukes.
Randolino, good drive, can't finish. Ogunsanya to Christie. Christie, three ball on the way, is off the mark, no good. Rebound by Grace. We will say, folks, now this is, the Christie brothers are, as we said, are very highly publicized, and the Shockey three ball on the way is good. Nate for three, got
Nate.
that one automatic. 9-point lead in the early going for the Dukes. Now, we do and we have called these games with no bias at all, and we do our best to do so. But maybe not so much Dane. Big Chris Hodges fan, loves the Schaumburg Saxons.
See that, and yeah, he's good.
That'll be that court violation. Timeout taken by Rolling Meadows, but deep down, Dane, we bleed green.
We do indeed.
And in this game, maybe is it safe to say this is the biggest game of the season thus far?
Thus far, biggest game of the season for sure. I feel like all of York's games have been huge all season long.
And so your leading scorer thus far is Tim Glavin.
Tim Glavin.
You know, I was expecting that.
You were.
I was. Timmy, I'll tell you what, Timmy had a great game last night, as we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah.
If he does what he did tonight, or last night, and all those guys last night, everyone played with heart. And it was a game where, it wasn't an easy win by any means.
Oh,
and if they can manage to win this ball game tonight, it's going to take everything that they had last night and then some to beat a team like Rolling Meadows.
Right, and there was a good timeout called by the Mustangs, stopping the momentum of York's offense. But one thing York needs to continue doing is working inside the paint because they completely outsize this Rolling Meadows defense.
Trouble with the inbound, but getting into Shockey's Brandolino. Back up to Jeffrey. Here we go. Important to move the offense early.
Shoot that.
Glavin for three. Glavin off the mark, no good. Rebound by Glavin. Quick pass to Brandolino. Back to Glavin. Glavin looking around, gives it out to Shockey.
Could you imagine what a...
Three ball from Nate is no good. Rebound by Christie.
Could you have imagined how the crowd would have erupted if Glavin would have sank that there?
Travel there on Ogunsanya, and we will go back the other way of the Dukes. Yeah, that would have been, this place would have gotten pretty loud. And all of the, you look at the stands in front of us, those are usually the stands that are, relatively, they're always crowded, but not as crowded as we see it is tonight. And then we look behind us, and this place is packed. Glavin looking for something to give him back out to Brandolino.
And he held that ball for a long time.
Out to Hesh. Hesh guarded by Christie. Dribbles straight into Shockey. Double team now in the corner is Shockey. Gives back out top to Brandolino. And a timeout called by York. You know what? Smart call there by Coach Dorn.
Yeah, that is.
So
Allows them to talk it over and see what their plan is on offense.
we get down to just a little over 2 minutes left. First 6 minutes of the ball game. What do you like? What do you not like?
Saw a couple cheerleaders hit that backflip there. Sorry.
So what do you like? What do you not like?
Can I be biased?
Yeah, you can be biased. I think it's okay. We're called York
Right.
Sports Network. We might as
That's
well.
true.
If there's any game to be biased in this tournament, it might as well be this one.
My favorite thing about this game is you look up on the scoreboard and you look at number 12, and there's 0 points next to Max Christie's name, and that's gotta be my favorite part.
you keep a team like Rolling Meadows in single digits
Right.
at the end of the first quarter. Might as well call it a success. The Dukes have 12. The Mustangs with 3. Risky pass there by Shockey, but he gets it through. So that individual guarding Shockey is Orlando Thomas had a pretty key role in their first win as Hesh. That 3 off the mark, no good. Up to Thomas. Thomas, corner 3. Was no good, rebounded by Shockey.
And still the Mustangs can't get anything going here on offense.
Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Dukes 12, Mustangs 3. Using the screen from Glavin is Shockey. Shockey from range. He gets the bank, looking for the and one.
He was looking for that foul. It looked like there was a little contact on that.
15-3, 12-point lead for the Dukes.
And Shockey is a player that doesn't like to celebrate or complain too much. No matter what goes right or wrong for the team, he always sticks with the play.
And this Duke crowd really loves what they see thus far. 15-3, 12-point advantage for York.
And you see Shockey come out of the game, getting a rest. York up 12. It's a good opportunity for him to come out of the game this early.
And that's going to be important, not an option to get tired in this tournament. We
Right.
stressed that all throughout the first couple days. Out to Christie. Christie shoots the 3, takes the 3, and makes the 3. Book it.
And that is an impressive shot from Max Christie.
It is, and it's a quick release from Christie that's
Right.
Deadly for anyone.
He could take a shot from anywhere, and he's able to almost ignore the defender that's closing out on him.
Denton
because of how
Rody kicks
tall
out to
he is.
Malaga. Malaga 3-ball. No good. Rebound by Hesh. Hesh goes straight back up, and he got it.
Nick
Great
Hesh.
rebound there from Nick Hesh.
And a great second chance opportunity from Hesh after grabbing the rebound, sticking with it, and putting it up.
20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Thomas outside. That jumper will hang on top of the rim. That was shot by number 10, Ryan Stubich.
And York deciding to go with, oh, never mind. Rody's checking out. But I was about to say, York deciding to go with the Hesh-Rody combo, allowing them to play a very versatile game. They can do anything on the floor with both of them.
Man with 5. Comes Grace up the court. Giving to Shockey. Shockey with 3. Shockey with 2. Trying to drive inside. He goes up. Can't finish. But that will be how we conclude the first quarter. The score, the Dukes 17, Mustangs 6. All right, so you know what? I will take that first quarter from the Dukes every day of the week. You like what you see so far?
Yes, I do. 17 points for York. On a Rolling Meadows team that's particularly offense, it's great for them to take advantage early so they don't fall behind late.
And so if you're Coach Dorn in that huddle, what are you telling the guys?
I'm telling them, continue to do what you're doing. Obviously, you're doing a great job. And make sure you obviously lock down Max Christie.
And so, first quarter, the score 17-6. Dukes with the advantage. Score at the end of the first quarter. So, to start things off, we will be going the way of the Dukes and inbounding the ball. It's number 11, Luke Malaga.
Someone check.
And now,
Can someone check if they can hear me all right?
Malaga looking.
If you guys can hear me all right on
Back
the
out to
screen.
Malaga. Malaga gives inside to Rhodey. Rhodey doing some work. Left hand finish is good and strong.
Denton Rhodey.
Good hands from Shockey. 19-6 the score. 13-point lead for the Dukes. Thomas. This ball will stick with the Mustangs.
You know, Denton Rhodey's a player that he enjoys playing the game. He will always stick to the game, and he's always wanting to do more.
Checking into the ball game is Jonah Ogunsanya. And now we didn't see a whole lot of this side, Max Christie taken out of the ball game. We did not see a lot of that in the first few games. I believe he played the whole game last night. And he'll take a short break, and him and Cam are right by the scorer's table yet again.
I wonder if Bobby's watching our stream right now. Either he read my mind, or he's watching the stream. So
the Mustangs go back to work. Cowicks back to Thomas. Thomas driving, good defense there from Shockey. And taken away by Malaga. Good things on the defensive side of the ball for the Dukes. Back out to Malaga. Malaga, 3-ball. Off the mark, short, no good. Up to Ogunsanya. Ogunsanya got that one. Not much you can do there.
right, you look at the
Fast
hustle.
break, transition bucket.
You know, you look at the hustle from Hesh. He did a great job doing all he could to get down there.
And a good
Stop that
job
play.
from the Mustangs getting that ball up the floor quick, because the defense from the Dukes proves to be a problem early. Looking for the back cut was Rhodey. Back out to Shockey. Nate will drive baseline. Can't finish. And there will be a foul there on Rhodey. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dukes with 19, Rolling Meadows with 8. And my, oh my, we have had quite the sellout for this ball game. Not too many empty seats in the place.
And there's still people walking in.
Agree, and there's a lot of media. You see a lot of cameras out. This is a game that has attracted a lot of attention as we go back to Ogunsanya. We talked about it. Once the Dukes slow them down, the half-court defense, it's trouble. It's Christie doing what he does so well, the and one bucket. That jumper, so good, using that size to his advantage. Getting up high, getting up tall.
I was supposed to say that.
Coming into the ballgame now is number 14, Sean Nolan.
You know, you read my mind there.
It's just
Getting tall.
you can tell how special Christie is when
Right.
he does things like that. Looking to knock down the N1 bucket. And does so. But I mean that when he does that type of stuff, it's pretty impressive. Doing what a lot of teams and a lot of players that we've seen today can't do. As we go back, Shockey, 3-ball on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Subkowicz. Up the floor to Ogunsanya. Ogunsanya drives, finishes with the right hand, 19-13.
And that's the way we've seen the Mustangs score all day long. In transition, fast break, quickly as they get down the court. They have a relatively fast team.
And a foul will be called on Daniel Subkowicz. Checking into the ball game is Tim Glavin for Denton Rhodey. And now, Glavin had a pretty good first quarter. Hesh, and we saw that all through last night. And all through Thursday against Montini. Cam Christie driving, right-hand floater. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Brandolino. And here come the Dukes. Up to Hesh. Hesh back to Shockey. Shockey looking, trying to get it. Rebound by Glavin and out to Grace.
It almost looked like he was going for the shot there as Glavin puts that up.
Glavin on Nolan. Back to Hesh. Hesh inside again to Glavin. We've seen a pretty good defensive game from both teams.
Right.
Shockey uses the screen from Hesh, drives, right hand, no good. Chased down by Christie, and this ball will go to the Mustangs. And both teams really showing the grittiness. And checking into the ball game now for Jeffrey Grace is Lex Harrison. Go ahead.
We haven't seen Lex at all this tournament. He was out the first game to Montini with, I believe, the flu.
We see him now with just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Christie, jumper, no good. Rebound by Shockey. Kind of held your breath there when he pulled up with that one, because boy does he do it oh so well. Harrison from the free throw line. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound by Christie. This Rolling Meadows team used to the quick transition buckets. Taking it inside and drawing the foul is Christie. This one will be on Glavin. So, you know, we talked about how important it is to stick with this Rolling Meadows team. And you know what? You can't. Now's the time you got to forget about the score in the first quarter, because we saw Conant was only down, what, 3 points to this Rolling Meadows team at halftime?
Right.
And we saw how that game ended up. As Christie hits the front end. So, you know, what does York have to do to keep up with a team like Rolling Meadows?
They got to keep up the momentum and keep the lead against Rolling Meadows if they want to win this game, because you always know Rolling Meadows is going to be, they're going to stick with you all the way to the fourth quarter, because they want to win that ball game too.
And a good rebound by Hesh. And this Cam Christie guarding Brandolino right now is quite the player. A freshman, brother of Max. A pretty good ball game last night, 11 points. As Shockey goes baseline, up no good, but drawing the foul. And this foul, I believe, will be on Jonah Ogunsanya. I stand corrected. It'll be on Daniel Sipkowicz.
And Max Christie, early on, has recorded 4 rebounds.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you see when he jumps for those rebounds, his head almost hits the backboard. Shockey, a rare miss, goes for the second. And extending the lead for the Dukes back to 8. They go to a double team on Christie. Foot awfully close to the line. Now his brother Cam drives, good block there from Hesh. Shockey up to Grace, and a travel will be called on Grace. We'll go back the other way. So this is a Rolling Meadows team that we have seen respond pretty well to the deficits and the adversity that they have faced so far in this tournament. Their first game against Conant, a Conant team with a player by the name of Devin Ellis, perhaps the most underrated player in this tournament, as Glavin will be called for the foul. And Dane, that Devin Ellis, he's had a pretty impressive tournament so far.
Yes, he has. He's a very versatile player. He can play big, he can play small, guard, forward. He's able to find points whatever way he could. He could shoot the ball, work inside. He's a great player.
And he can drive, finishing with 35 points today, although Conant, the loss to Montini.
They lost?
They did. lead by 9. You go back now. Trying to make a awfully tough finish with Sukowicz, and now here come the Dukes. Hesh on to Harrison. Harrison trying to look inside of Rhodey, can't do it, gets back to Grace.
Christie's really working Rhodey inside.
He is, and that's a matchup to keep your eye on the entire day as Grace drives outside of Harrison. Harrison shoots the 3. That one off the mark, and a foul will be called on Grace. Only his first, the team's 6th. 1:40 left in the second quarter. And up the floor comes Cam Christie. Out to Ogunsanya from the corner. 3 ball is no good. That one hit the top of the backboard. It's a ball awarded to the Dukes. All right, Dane. So now this game is a little bit more of what we expected. You know, it's an 8-point lead for the Dukes, but doesn't necessarily feel like it is. Grace, good drive. Can't finish. Rebound by Rhodey. I believe this one was on a jump ball and will be going the other way. But you know, this is a matchup that we've anticipated and we've waited for the entire day. Has it lived up to what you expected?
I think so, and York is playing a great game, and they're doing a phenomenal job slowing down number 12, Max Christie, as he has scored 7 points, but he's got a lot of shots up, and they've stopped him plenty of times and kept his score down.
50 seconds remaining in the first half. It was Nolan giving to Christie. Christie goes to Christie, a little trap, and a foul will be called. We'll be going for a 1-and-1. I believe that one will be on. That foul will be on Jacob Brandolino. Coming out of the ball game now is Ogunsanya, and checking in is Thomas, and Tim Glavin coming to the ball game for Denton Rhodey. So 1-and-1. The Dukes with 7 fouls. Rolling Meadows showcasing their discipline with only 2. So Max hits the front end of the 1-and-1. You know, we didn't see, you know, a great display of free throw shooting from Christie last night. Struggled at the line.
Were you on that game last night?
I was not. I was in the building, though.
Yeah.
As he hits both in 22-16 to score.
Oh yeah, we were working the camera on that
We
one.
were.
I remember now.
I was not. 40 seconds to go.
I was. But
I think it was down here. As Hesh in the corner.
stuck on
As we
camera
go.
duty.
30 seconds left in the first half. It's been a fun first half. A 6-point deficit is what the Mustangs face.
You see Christie up top, working with a lot of energy. He's ready to pick off that pass. And that's the type of defense that both teams have been running all day.
He is. He's got quick hands.
Specifically, Shockey, though.
Shockey from the corner. 10 seconds left. Rebound by Glavin. And this one taken by Brandolino with 4, with 3. Blocked there by Christie on Shockey. And I believe a foul was called, and to conclude the first half, Sean Nolan will be headed to the line shooting 2, so the half is over. As Nolan misses that one, so that will be how we end the first half. A score of 22-16. The Mustangs trailing the Dukes. So a pretty good first half, but you got to hope the Dukes keep it rolling. Is that a fair statement there, Dane?
Yes. I'm still shocked by that block, but
Yeah, that
get it, shock block, because
it is.
Shockey
It's
got
pretty.
blocked,
It's pretty impressive.
Didn't intend that, but yeah.
The play style of Max Christie. So we will be back in just about 9 minutes. We'll see you, folks. 9 minutes from now. The Jack Tosh Holiday Classic on YSN. Dukes 22, Mustangs 16. And we welcome you back to Dick Campbell Gymnasium to kick things off with the second half. Dukes lead by 6 over the Rolling Meadows Mustangs and Max Christie. Dane, your takeaways. Oh, good little look to Hesh unable to finish. And an early foul there on Sean Dolan. But Dane, your takeaways in the first half. Oh, that.
Or maybe, just, I'm not sure what the call was there.
Go ahead.
I'm really liking the 1-2-2 defense from York. That's
Christie kicks things off with a 3.
I was about to say that's really shutting down Max Christie and Rolling Meadows offenses. Christie hits the 3 there. But overall, first half, the 1-2-2 defense has been able to perfectly lock down Rolling Meadows.
And you know, we talked to a few members of the York coaching staff. They were also focused on trapping Christie and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. They've done a relatively good job of doing that tonight, but Christie still with 12. It's amazing. We haven't been calling his name too much. As Glavin backs in. Dolan can't finish. Rebound into the hands of Hesh, and Hesh guarded by Christie, and Glavin will kick it back out to Brandolino. Into Shockey. Shockey trying to drive baseline, but double teamed.
Brando. As you see the 2-3 defense now.
Shockey will head to the line, shoot 3.
It appears Rolling Meadows has switched to a 2-3 defense because of the way York has been able to work their way in the paint, and now that's their attempt to stop them.
Shockey misses the first. Hasn't been great from the line tonight.
Still 9 points in the night, though.
His second of 3. He got it. Hesh might have thought there were only 2 shots there. Headed to the line for his third.
You gotta get every point you get.
That one rims in and out. So Shockey 1 for 3 at the line. This ball thrown opposite way to Christie to Ogunsanya. 3 ball on the way. Is off the mark, no good. Rebound to Glavin. Glavin looks up to Shockey. Shockey saves it into Brandolino. Brandolino looking back out to Shockey.
Good ball movement from York here.
Yeah, and a great hustle play there by Shockey. Looked back instead of just throwing it up. Took his time, concentrated, got it back into Jake. As Jeffrey, right-hand dribble drive, no good. Good defense there from Cam Christie. And Sean Dolan and the Mustangs roll back the other way. Sukowicz, left-hand drive is up. No good, but a foul. I believe that one will be on Hesh. That will only be his second.
Rolling Meadows now starting to creep back into this one. And we've talked about all day. Third quarter is the time to take advantage of the score and try and build your lead.
Exactly, because it's a fresh slate, and it's really a 0-0 ball game in a tournament like this.
Right.
Because you can really turn things around. We've seen some games that were, teams trailing by double digits and just coming back out and knocking down some big shots and really turning the ball game around. And missing that one is Sukowicz. So the lead for the Duke stays at 3. Into Shockey. Shockey to Glavin. Glavin out to Hesh. Hesh to Brandolino. Looking for something. Patience from the Dukes. That's pass stolen away by Cam Christie.
Man, the quickness and agile.
Agility.
Yeah, there you go.
Second time
you.
second time you've done that this,
yeah, I've done
this
that a couple
tournament.
times. Yeah, the agility from Cam Christie. It's almost like a cat. He's able to jump in front of that ball out of nowhere.
You know, I think that's why they call him cat-like reflexes.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
cat-like
getting at?
reflexes? That's what I was going for. I mean,
This is Dolan out to Subkowicz. He'll look opposite side to Ogunsanya. Ogunsanya driving good hands there. Up the other way, back to Shockey. Shockey drives, right hand finish is good. Lead goes back to 5.
And the hustle and ball movement between Jeffrey Grace and Nate Shockey. There was absolutely no selfishness there from either of them.
Just over 5 minutes to go. The third quarter is Christie. I think that ball was tipped there by Shockey.
I think so too.
Way short. Randolino out to Shockey. Nate switches it at the free throw line. He'll go up. Can't finish, gets his own rebound, puts back up, but unable to finish. And Christie back the other way. I think you went in a travel called on Max Christie.
And it was another great job from Shockey, who kind of closed in there on, I believe it was Christie, forcing him to travel in panic.
And Orlando Thomas checking into the ball game now for the Mustangs, and Shockey will head out. All right, Dane, so we were talking about your LSU Tigers. Happy to report 49-14 is a score in favor of the Tigers. Good little cut there from Brandolino. He'll be blocked, and it'll be fouled. That foul on Christie.
How many touchdowns does Burrow have?
I'll tell you in a second here. Hold on. We got to find this. Joe Burrow. Let's see. Burrow is 24 of 33 with 455 yards.
And it's only the third quarter, right?
And it's only the third quarter. They just started the third quarter. So it's safe to say that the LSU Tigers are headed to the national championship as Brandolino misses both.
They've been my favorite since the beginning of the season, LSU, since that first game.
Can you give us a little Coach O, Go Tigers? Please do
Want
it.
me to try it?
That 3 ball from Mark. I'm waiting for it.
Go Tigers!
There it is. Inside of Rhodey, wide open. He'll go up, but he'll be blocked by Subkowicz. Rolling around, Rhodey gets it back. I believe that'll be a double dribble on Rhodey.
You know, besides the double dribble, great job there from Rhodey, sticking with it, looking for the extra, the second attempt.
Could have had a little bit of better awareness there, though. Had a kind of first thing he got when first thing he did when he received that ball was look around instead of going straight up. It's Christie double team by Malaga and Grace. Good hands there by Malaga. Ball will stay with the Mustangs. So that's your Coach O, Go Tigers.
I tried.
It's all right. I'm not saying I can't do it, so I'm not saying mine's better. But I mean, I've heard better than what I just witnessed. You want to take this outside?
We got a game to announce.
Go Tigers.
Kevin. Go Tigers. Ooh, I mean, that was pretty good there.
Cam Christie looking around for something. Again, great defense from the Dukes. Outside Subkowicz. Good hands there from Rhodey. Chases it down, but unable to save it.
Shoot. Oh, I thought it almost looked like he was injured on the play. He kind of rolled his ankle there against the wall. Scared me a little bit.
or Ogunsanya,
Honestly,
who
both
just
of them.
bit the dust.
Both of them. It looked like Rhodey.
Yeah, Ogunsanya hit the deck pretty hard on that one as well. Just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Christie to Cam. Back to Max. Max Christie, 3 ball. No good. Rebound by Grace. Now 3 minutes exactly remain. In
Rhodey's open.
the third quarter.
Yeah, they're not looking at him. Sorry, I got a little excited
This looks like almost a 1-3-1 setup here, but as Shockey tries to get in closer, switching to that double team, and I believe that is what it is. So you look right now, and now we bring Cam up top.
You see Max Christie up top trying to do everything he can to stop that pass because that seems to be the way York's going. The way that they spread out the floor.
That's what the defense of Max Christie does. Poor pass there from Malaga, and here comes Ogunsanya. They'll give to Max Christie. Back out to Thomas, and almost losing that one on the near side. Max will be fouled. This one, I believe, will go against Rhodey. That'll be... No, I went on Hesh. That'll be his third.
Such a weak foul.
Max hits the front end. So you still got a few games to go in this tournament.
Yeah, I do. I got a couple tomorrow. A couple on championship day.
So you're hanging around.
Yeah, I am.
I got my final half. It's been a long couple days, but it's been a fun couple days. Christie hits both.
I am tired. I've been here the last 3 days, both of us.
It's kind of felt like one just long day.
Right. That's exactly how it's felt.
Thank God for comfortable seats as we go under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 25-22. Dukes still have the lead. Not the highest scoring affair. Good read there, and that's going to be a foul against Christie.
Of course, Shockey hits that three, but doesn't count. You know, right there we saw great patience, great ball movement, waiting for the hole under the hoop to open. Because understanding is it a 1-3-1?
I believe so. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, understanding how the 1-3-1 was working for him.
Good cut there by Nate, and he finishes.
And it leaves the underneath open.
And they might have switched to man
right
there because a great dribble drive by Shockey, and he finishes.
Couldn't really see with the ref in my way, but it left the inside open.
Thomas, good little answer there from the corner. 27-25 the score. 1 minute to go. Shockey guarded by Ogunsanya. Dang, this one just gets more and more exciting as time goes on. 40 seconds now. Esch gives out to Rhodey. Rhodey to Grace. Grace up to Shockey. We now go to 30 seconds. Now Jeffrey. Jeffrey with the left hand. Driving. Kick out to Hesh. 20 seconds to go. Dukes are patient. It's what they do best. 15 seconds. And a foul there on Orlando Thomas.
Yeah, that's a great call. I mean, it appears that the defense of Rolling Meadows has started to get very physical this half, and ref finally noticed a little push there.
And that will be the first foul on Orlando Thomas. With 5, with 4, with 3. Thomas up ahead, and now with 1. Shockey throws it up, and he hits it! Shockey knocks it down to end the first half. His 17th point of the ball game, and Nate Shockey ends it with a bang. 30-25.
Man,
the score at the end of the third quarter.
That looked good the second it left his hand.
That is one way to end it. 30-25. Shockey knocks down the half-court buzzer beater. That might have been the best way to end the third quarter.
Wow.
I mean,
17 points now from Shockey. He's outscoring. the 5-star recruit, Max Christie, out here.
You know, and we've heard so much about Christie, and you know, it's one of those things where up to this point, everyone's saying, you know, Max is having a little bit of an off game, but that shows you the expectation placed on a player like that. And for him, 14 points to be considered an off game is borderline ridiculous, because, you know, when you play every game and you have, you know, attention, and not only, you know, local attention, national attention, there's
Right.
there's that expectation put on you that you should have your best performance every game. And the beautiful thing about this tournament is that if your best player isn't having his best game, that allows other guys to step up. And we've seen that with Thomas. We've seen it with Ogunsanya. We've seen it with Cam Christie. As Thomas drives and drawing the foul on Hesh. I believe that'll be his fourth.
It's a
and it will
tough
be.
foul because Hesh went straight up. And it didn't.
Yeah, and
I
you
don't
saw
know
from
what
the
to say
bench,
about
I
that.
think-
It didn't
I
look like a
think-
foul to me.
I think Gavin Hendren agrees with you. His hands were up in the air as Thomas hits the front end.
Yeah, you could see him talking it over with his buddy Tyler Olson.
Best bench in the nation.
Best. They're the best bench duo in the nation. Tyler Olson, Gavin Hendren.
30-26 the score. Orlando Thomas hits the second.
And I won't tell you if I was asked to say that at all.
This is Grace back the other way. Looks inside. Good feet, good pass, good finish from Rhodey.
Tenton
Lead goes
Rhodey
back to 5.
staying patient underneath in the post, waiting for that ball to get to him. Excellent job.
You know, we're only in the quarterfinal of this tournament, but does it have that kind of championship game feel? Would you say that?
Yeah, I'd say so, because it's we've been waiting for this all day long, and from my observations, these are the best two teams I've seen all tournament.
Now we also were on scene for that. Oh, good little pass inside of Rhodey, but in a tough spot. We were on call for that Schaumburg game, and Schaumburg is another team that is dangerous in this tournament. As Grace hit one from the same spot last night, can't hit that one. Rebound by Rhodey. Out to Shockey. Shockey, 3 ball short. Chasing down his own rebound. Shockey driving, no shot, and a foul. That one,
Hendren not agreeing with that one either.
that'll be on Ogunsanya.
Over on the bench. Yeah, that was a great job from Rhodey and Shockey on that one. Sticking with it the entire way through.
We'll be going back the other way. That foul will be on Tim Glavin, his 4th. All right, so if you're the Dukes, that's a little bit of trouble. Tim Glavin with 4.
Yeah, he's been up there for this team on fouls all season long. And it gets his team into trouble. He's got 4 fouls. We've seen him foul out earlier in the season. Or no, sorry, that was Nick Hesh. But we've seen him get into foul trouble many times this season.
Well, now some Cowicks, guarded by Brandolino. Into the hands of Cam Christie. He fires, he makes. That ball good. 32-29. Both these teams work. We go punch for punch. Shockey, left hand. Grace inside of Glavin. Glavin driving on. Oh, it gets the and one basket. Great play there from Timmy.
And he's pumped. And you saw that Jeffrey Grace appeared to get an open look from the three-pointer. He didn't take it because he saw Tim Glavin, and he knew he could take advantage of the mismatch in the paint.
Sean Dolan. That's his 2nd foul, and a costly 2nd. So Glavin misses the front end.
I was hoping for double digits there.
Up to Cam. Back to Thomas. Thomas drives. Goes up. No good. Rebound by Rhodey into the hands of Nate Shockey. 5:30 left in the ball game. 5-point lead for the Dukes. Out to Shockey. Nate fires from 3. No good. Rebound by Rhodey. Rhodey straight up gets that basket. Great play there from Rhodey.
My God, Dan Rhodey right there. And I love those big guys working inside. Second chance. Great rebound. You know, many teams in this tournament, they're not able to do that because they don't have a big like Rhodey, Glavin, or Hesh. I mean,
Christie, three-pointer is short. Chased down by Thomas, and there's going to be a foul. I believe this one will be on Grace.
no way. This is happening to me again. I'm getting a little too into it, but
Where you feel like you're in the student section?
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to sitting in the student section.
Last night
With all my buddies.
in the overtime thriller, Dane got quite into it as the Wolfpack fell to the Dukes, and that foul will be on Brandolino.
Well, you get the headset. I get
I
this
do-
microphone.
You know, it is. I will say, I've had the mic before. I had it for one of the football games. That thing is deadly. The headset's a lot more comfortable.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
But
Christie up to Camp. Camp Christie from the corner, three, no good. Rebounded by Brandolina.
and I took the mic off the stand, so I can stand up now. So
And important to note, the Christie brothers not terribly hot from beyond the arc today. Shockey looking with the left hand, gives inside to Glavin. Glavin goes up, can't finish. Rebound by Thomas. Was either poked out or losing his dribble was Thomas.
great hustle from Brandolino.
And a timeout called by York. So allowing their guys to take a breather. Now, if you're the Mustangs, you got 4:14 left in the fourth quarter in the ball game. I mean, Dane, what do the Mustangs have to do to try and go back to controlling this ball game in the final 4:14?
Huh.
I mean, there's no question if you're the Mustangs, if I'm Kevin Katovich, there's no question who I'm giving the ball to. I'm giving the ball to Max Christie.
Oh, I would too, but the same. Well, he's got 14 points. Obviously, you're trying to get it to him, but how is he going to score? Because this York defense it's shutting him down. For Christie, who had a game last night where he scored 35 points, now Rolling Meadows only has 29 points.
So a great point, but you know what I think, and I felt like you were going to say that. So to counter it, what's worked for the Mustangs in the second half is the dribble drive kick out to Cam Christie.
Right.
And so I think if you're the Mustangs, you got to go back to that. And if you're York, you just got to
Cam or
maintain
Max?
Kick out to Cam.
Cam.
Because Cam has
works
had
the
a couple good shots and good looks from the corner.
He has
only 4.
And he's done a great job playing point guard or taking the point guard role where he can pass that ball out to other players, allow them to score. Specifically, passing to assist to his brother Max.
Rhodey looking around. Gives to Nate. Ogunsanya guarding Shockey. Looking for the push-off was the entire Mustang bench. And now Rhodey guarded by Christie. Brandolino back into Rhodey. Rhodey kicks out. Brandolino, 3 is short. Off the mark and attempting to chase it down was Rhodey. Rhodey with 6, and Dane throughout the entire season, he's had quite a few ball games for the Dukes. And we got a double dribble call. Back the other way we go. Ball awarded to the Dukes.
Great job by Brandolino, closing out on Cam, forcing him to double dribble. No one just double dribbles because they double dribble. It was a great job from Brandolino, like I said, forcing it.
we wound down towards 3 minutes remaining in the half, or excuse me, in the ball game. Good look inside to Hesh. 38-29.
That's the price you're gonna pay with the 1-3-1 defense. It leaves with good any team with good ball movement. It leaves the underneath wide open.
Cam, jumper on the way is good. And a timeout called by Kjatovic and the Mustangs. So 2:49 left in the ball game. 38-31, Dukes have the lead. But I tell you what, this starts to get interesting right here. So Dane, what do you do? What are you telling your guys if you're Coach Dorn?
I'm telling them, keep up the great defense. And right now, you got to stop. It's no secret that you have to stop Max Christie. And his brother Cam, he's got 6. But right now, you're watching, because Max can do anything. He can shoot the 3. You work inside. Just number 1 priority, run the 1-2-2 defense and stop Max Christie.
So now it gets interesting. You know, York up by 7. Now it's interesting coming to this game. You know, you heard whispers coming into the gym of you know, what if York upsets this Mustang team, but on paper, York is the better team if you're comparing records. Rolling Meadows has lost 2 games while the Dukes have only lost 1. So the Mustangs go to the full court press. Dukes with a 7-point lead. Far ball to Shockey, and he gathers it. Brandolino in trouble, looking around, gives to Hesh. Good hands, though, by Sepkowicz. And a timeout again called by the Dukes. So 12 seconds of play goes by, and we go back to another break. And so, I mean, Dane, you got 2.5 remaining. The Rolling Meadows Mustangs committed 7 fouls. York only was 6. So I'll tell you what, Dane, this ball game is far from over.
Right, and I bet Coach Doran right now is now telling him you need to figure out how to get the ball down low, and if you can, draw a foul, because it'll send you to the line, and it'll put your lead up by more if you can sink the free throw.
You know, Max has been relatively quiet. We talked about how he had only had 14 points, I believe, coming into the 4th quarter, and hasn't had any since. Not too many rebounds either. Shockey guarded by Ogunsanya. Nate looking for something, but nothing going. And a foul there committed by Jonah Ogunsanya. And with that, Nate will head to the line.
And that was a great job from Shockey, dribbling around, draining clock, obviously staying patient, looking for an open man.
He hits the first, gets to rattle in. That's a big one.
Yes, it is. 18 points now from Shockey.
These are big free throws if he can knock them down. And he does so, hits the second. 9-point lead for the Dukes.
And 19 now from Shockey.
Shockey, the leading scorer in the ball game. We will be going back the way of the Dukes. That foul, I believe, will be on Max Christie. His 3rd. Coming to the ball game now is number 10, Ryan Stubich. Inbound to Grace. Grace gets his pocket picked by Sepkowicz. Back the other way comes Christie. Looking for the athletic finish, and the foul called there. That one, I believe, will be on Hesh, and with that foul, he will be fouled out of the ball game. I believe for the second time this year, and coming in is Denton Rohde. Dane, we talked about it. This game's far from over. 2:06 left. But, you know, when you have guys like Jonah Winsanya, Max Christie, who's at the line shooting 2 right now, and Cam Christie, this, you just can never say it's just over. You know, it's not over till it's over.
Right, you can't. You know, you never know what Max Christie can do.
Once again, 2:06 remaining. 40-32. Make that 33. Christie hits both. One of the best defenders that we've seen in this tournament. Orlando Thomas checks into the ballgame. A lot of nails being bitten. A lot of people sitting on their edge of the seats. As the Dukes are going to move their offense. Shockey double team. He'll be fouled by Thomas. Shockey to the line again. Chance to get this game back to 9. Makes the first. Coming back in the ball game now.
And that's
it's Cam Christie checking out as Stubich.
And that's 20 now from Shockey. You know what number 20 reminds me of?
What's that?
Patrick Kastner.
Is that your shout out?
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Running back, York
PK.
Dukes. PK.
Shout out PK. I like that.
Running back, York Dukes. Big season this year as a junior. But
Isn't Pat abroad right now?
yeah, he's in Germany right now. It's about the middle of the night now, and he's texting me.
From the free throw line. That one good. 41-35, 6-point game. 1:26 to go. Yeah, it's like. Did you just ask Google what time it is in Germany?
Yeah, it is
1:26. 1:12
a.m. there, and he's texting me. He stopped watching the game live.
I mean, you know, that shows the support that the athletic teams have for each other. I didn't know we were broadcasting to remote parts of Germany. And that's special. You know, we're international right now.
Right.
We're not only national, we're international.
International broadcast. How about that?
That's a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah.
We're breaking new territory tonight, Dane. 1:26 left in the ball game. 41-35, Dukes with the advantage over the Rolling Meadows Mustangs. So only a 2-possession game. If York was not to score here, to inbound the ball is Jacob Brandolino. Once again, everyone on the edge of their seats. Biggest game of the season to date for the Dukes.
Oh,
this ball will go to Rolling Meadows. So the defense in a full court press of
it's tough.
Rolling Meadows proves effective as Cam Christie checks back into the ball game.
And here comes Tim Glavin.
There he is. You know what's pretty cool though, watching, you know, Max and Cam is that one was tipped by Shockey. What's pretty cool, you know, watching them is that, you know, you don't know how many times you're gonna, you know, be in the same gym as guys like these. It's Christie trying to go to work on Brandolino, can't do it, so he gives back to Max. Max pulls up, the jumper is off the mark, no good. Rebound by Brandolino. 1 minute to go in the ball game.
And you could say that was a smart foul. As you could say that was a panic button shot right there. You know, he kind of tried to force it because he knew they had to score right there. It's a sense of urgency, and it's just a loss. It's a lost shot.
Dane, 59.5 seconds. Shockey misses the first. 6-point ball game. Everybody holding their breath. Shockey for the second. He got it. A little friendly bounce there. 42-35. Outside, Cam for three. Christie, no good. Rebounded by Cam. That ball up in the air, rebounded by Shockey.
Great job from Shockey, sticking with it.
Foul on Christie.
And if you want one guy shooting your free throws, it's that man number 10, Nate Shockey. Or Jeffrey Grace, but
just about 45 seconds to go. I mean, this has a, I'm not even gonna say anything. Shockey makes the first. You just don't know.
You never know.
You just don't know. Coming up after this game, the Hinsdale South Hornets.
Get in there.
I believe
Lex is loving it over there on the bench.
I don't know who that is on the other side. This ball sticks with Rolling Meadows. I've seen a lot of blue teams.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know. Let's ask. You want to ask AJ? He's got the next game.
So AJ Switek will be on call for that one, and Kowicks drives.
And Ryan Pickell.
44-37. Ryan Pickell as well.
Pickell's up there doing the camera.
We'll find out this next ball game. We've been here for a while, folks. This next ball game is going to be Hinsdale South and Wheaton North. And Wheaton North kind of, I think everyone a little shocked that they've made it as far as they have. And that Hinsdale South team is pretty stellar and a pretty good one.
I accidentally just rearranged my apps on my phone, and I can't figure out how to switch them back. The new update. I'm having fun now. I'm pretty excited. 33 seconds left. Up 7.
There's always that thought in the back of your head as a York fan, what if Shockey fouled?
Nate Shockey, name we've said all night, going to the line again.
32 seconds left.
You know what? You look up at the board.
Nate Shockey.
No, Max Christie.
Yes, 16 points.
He's got 4 fouls. I mean, 32 seconds left. But
and
what would it be like to see him foul out right now?
After his 30-point performance last night, I think a lot of people had high expectations for him coming into this game, but 4 fouls is not something you expect to see out of a player of his caliber.
And that was against a good
30
Batavia
seconds to
team.
go.
So it really shows how good of a defense York had tonight.
9-point lead for the Dukes. 20 seconds to go. Everyone's starting to feel it. As Thomas drives, 46-39, 12.8 to go. So, I mean, this, you just hold your breath.
Right, you're hoping. You're hoping for no mistakes, right?
Exactly, and that's the thing that is so great about Coach Doran is that he coaches disciplined teams.
Look at Lex dancing over there. Sorry, go on. You good?
Yeah. Taking in everything around me. You good?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, we're 12.8 seconds away, and then we can let it hit us. Shockey, straight down with 7, with 6, with 5,
fouls.
And ladies and gentlemen, we got quite the ball team on our hands. With that, the Dukes have taken down the Rolling Meadows Mustangs and Max Christie, 46-39.
And last night, Max Christie, I've said it, 35 points. Tonight, entire team total, 39. How impressive is that from York?
I mean, this one was a fun game to call, a special one to call. And Dane, it was a pleasure. But you know, I think the one message to everyone who viewed this game is that, you know, with York, we got quite the ball team on our hands.
And how good is Nate Shockey?
I mean, Shockey,
Defensively, offensively, he's everything.
as this season goes on, this team just keeps on getting better and better.
Right.
So with that, we conclude tonight's broadcast. A final score of 46-39, York defeating the Rolling Meadows Mustangs. They will advance to tomorrow against the Schaumburg Saxons and Chris Hodges.
Oh, it's
Your
Schaumburg.
guy, Chris Hodges. It's been a
Oh, I
thrill
can't wait for that one.
taking you on tonight's journey. The Dukes take down Max Christie and the Rolling Meadows Mustangs. Coming up next, the Hinsdale South Hornets and the Wheaton North Falcons. AJ Switek and Ryan Piquel on the call. We appreciate you tuning in. Once again, go Dukes, roll Dukes, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.